That's garbage. I have been doing my onboarding with Hoozy. For those of you that were on for Hoozy, it's freaking unbelievable. It's like what it can do and how it does it all. And I'm just like, oh, I should go to Hoozy for that. So I'm training myself to go there. So the learning curve is not, it's actually not really big. I had my onboarding appointment with them mm, last Thursday or Wednesday. And man, it's awesome.
Oh, good.
So
I have
I'm planning to
so.
like really learn it. And then I'm going to come back and like go deep with people on it because I feel like it's just such a crazy opportunity and it does so much stuff. It's so crazy. It's so smart. It's a little bit scary, to be honest. It's funny.
I want to see you use it. Hopefully you'll show us one of these
I
days.
will. I will.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm not kidding. It's like ridiculously easy. You almost can't screw things up on it. It's one of these things where I learned two things that I really learned before, like at my appointment with him, because I was like, I don't really know how to use like what I'm using what tool for. And one of them is for like thinking, like research and thinking. And then one of them is creative. And so you can do all the research in one section of this, and then you can like move it from thought to like, oh, this is now create me 10 posts, create me a the content for a slide presentation. It doesn't actually make a slide presentation for you.
Mhm.
They are working to get it integrated with both PowerPoint and Google Slides. So by the end of the year, they should both be integrated. So you will be able to do that. But you can take a still image and say, make the person in this image um, smile, turn their head to the left, and cross their arms.
Oh
And
my God.
then shablam, it does this, and you're just like, and they're working on it to make, they're not very far from the video part of that, so that you can take a still image and tell it to make a video, and here's the content you should use. It's it's ridiculous. Pulling in
Wow.
from the library. So if you have like, I don't know, if I have books everywhere. So if I wanted to take Never Split the Difference, The Third Law of Success, and Tribal Leadership, and say something about pull this together and get me the top like five things from each of these books and then integrate them, like how I would use each one of them together. It will pull all this research and say the best way for you to do this is here, 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 and here. It's
Wow.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
better than Blinkist. I don't know, anybody have Blinkist or anything like that? Where
Mhm.
it does the like gives you a 15-minute overview. Actually, it's probably more like a 5-minute overview of a book. It'll give you the high points of it, how you can execute with them. Anyway, it's 10x that. It's wild.
Wow.
Wild and crazy. I need to turn my phone off so that we are not bothered today. Okay. Well, it is straight up 10 o'clock. I probably went past like 10:01 or something now. I was all excited to be early and now I'm late. So welcome to my world. Welcome to Lions and Legends. It is Monday, for Pete's sake. It's Monday, the 28th of July, which seems unbelievable to me that August is like right there. So that's a little on the crazy side. That means that we are down to the last quarter of our year. Quite literally, right? I mean, last third of our year, I'll give you that. I'll give you some slack on it. Um, so just be thinking about like what uh your goals were or your main targets were for this year and kind of give yourself a little, year in review so far. And then I would say start looking at what you've accomplished this year and what you think you need to accomplish next year because actual annual planning, in my book is, you should really be on it in September, October. You should be formulating and be ahead of the game for what's going to happen in 2026. It's bizarre to me to talk about 2026 because I just feel like we just got into 2025. I'm barely used to writing that. So, but I do want us to be ahead of the game because we, as everybody knows, we've seen the market pivot and shift so much in really in the last 6 months, but really in the last 2 years. If you look at kind of where our market has been, I feel like we've just been all over the place. And so sometimes some of these goals that we set or intentions that we set or big targets that we set become really irrelevant really fast. And then we're left without a plan because the market shifted so severely from where our thinking was. We have a weird crossroads. So if that's you, I just want to encourage you to kind of look at what you have completed this year and what you felt like you wanted to. Look at what you wanted to and see how you can make that work. Or if you need to just throw it all away, put it in the can and start again, it's not too late to set a new target set. So I just wanted to encourage you with that. Our friend Todd Bookspan has this really great tool called Win by Noon. So if you are not familiar with that, I'll have him share a little bit about that. But before we get into the serious business of like our business, let's do our morning gratitude. So who's thankful for what today? Something has happened in the last 7 days. I am certain that you can be grateful for.
Well, I am very grateful for our wonderful medical profession. So had my surgery on Friday and doing very well today.
You look amazing. So happy to have you back. It's good. And we're grateful too. Anybody else thankful for anything?
Happy to be back on the call on that little hiatus. I'm excited to see everybody this morning. So thanks for letting me rejoin.
Yay, we missed your little face, Ty. It's good to see you.
I'm grateful for the fact that Scott took 10 days. We took 10 days and went to Maui for the first time, and we didn't work.
Awesome. Good for you.
And
Man,
Susan,
that is like everybody gets a star in their chart for that. Good for
I
you.
mean, seriously, the team was, they kicked ass. I'm going to put it just very bluntly. So I was very, 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 very proud of them. And Susan, it's so good to see your face. Congrats, seriously.
Thank you very much.
Oh, show. It's good. Well, welcome back. And you're still rocking the beach hair, which I'm digging.
I know, I
it's just got that wave. I'm just saying it's a girl thing, but
I can't seem to let it go. Somebody asked me the other day, they're like, how are you going to maintain your tan? And I go, well, we're just going to go ahead and go back to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's so
That's
easy.
going to be the solution in that.
To get away.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it. That's so funny. It's good. Anybody else thankful for anything?
You know, I think I mentioned before, my wife, for some reason, after 35 years of marriage, has become a huge NFL fan because she loves documentaries. And so she reminded me that this week is the first preseason game for the NFL, which I think preseason is terrible. But the fact that my wife has it on her calendar for us to watch it as a family is amazing for me.
That's a huge win, Todd. I ain't going to lie. That's actually a win, buddy.
Oh, yeah. She's like, oh, my gosh, wait, we're only 20 minutes from where the Rams are having preseason. We should go visit them. I'm like, no, actually, we shouldn't, but that's okay.
You can only take it so far. I love it. That's great. Anybody else thankful for anything? Seriously.
I'll jump in. This is Ron. Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Ron.
I'm driving. We just got back from a week vacation as well. We were at Taps Lake, Washington. The weather was beautiful. Didn't think about work. We were on the lake at my brother-in-law's house. They live right on Taps Lake, so we boated and jet skied all week long, and it was beautiful. So I'm happy to take that time to let everything go and come back and get back to it.
Awesome. Welcome home. Hopefully you are fully rested and ready to rumble. It's good.
Okay, I need a vacation from my vacation.
I know that means you had a really good one. So good for you. That's awesome. All right. Anybody else? I'm going to give you the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in a second. Thankful, grateful. Okay. I'm going to encourage you guys between now and next Monday to think on things that you can be grateful for, because what this tells me is you have things you're grateful for, but you just don't want to share, and that's fine. But I mean, there's so much neuroscience around gratitude and what it actually does to your brain, the neuroplasticity, the change in mood, the dopamine hits that you get from it. So I don't do this just for fun and because I'm nosy, because I'm actually not a very nosy person, but I want to hear your wins because this encourages people around you, right? So sometimes you sharing things you're grateful for, it's not even about you. So come here and be selfless and share things that you're grateful for. I am grateful always for my family. I had a weekend with my sister who ended up sick the whole time, so I wasn't super grateful for that part. But what it did teach me, there were a few things that I realized that I'm in conversation with her. We had just a lot of time to talk because we didn't really do anything but just hang out. Actually, on Saturday, I was in my jammies for a full 24 hours. When I went to bed, I was like, I should change jammies at least, right? So that's my story. But I was super grateful for my time with her, just talking through a lot of crazy things and ideas. And I felt like, oh, there's some good ahas in here for me. And so I'm thankful for that time together. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is your last shot. Okay, Mr. Bookspan, will you? Oh, Andrea, were you going to say something? Did you give me the wave?
I'm grateful to have my first presentation with you guys today. So yes.
Ba-da-bum. It's gonna happen. We love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy. Mr. Brookspan, will you talk to us about Win by Noon and how that would be a really good idea to help get on track for the rest of the year and get set up for the next year?
Oh my gosh, you did such a nice job of setting me up. I've got, Ty Lusk, one of my original super users. Ty has a stack under his desk of 7 years of Win by Noon planners. It's one of my favorite pictures that I've ever taken, and he leads a big chunk of the Klaus team through it who use it on a daily, weekly basis. So grateful for you, Ty. You know what? I'll make it super easy. If anyone hasn't seen it, just send me an email, todd@winbynoon.com, and I will send you free copy of it. It's our launch edition. It has directions on, like, really detailed directions on how you can use it if you want to be a super user. But it does a lot of things that you talked about today. It's got daily gratitude in there. So of course, that's great for me. It's got daily end of your day gratitude too. Like, what was the high of my day? What went really well? So it's kind of a good way to bookend it. And then it does all the other things you just talked about. It actually forces you at the end of a quarter, or forces you at the end of the week, to look at what went right, what didn't go right, what could you improve on. And then at the end of the month, it does you a little bit deeper dive into, hey, how are you feeling about that stuff? And then at the end of the quarter, it does even a deeper dive. It's just a quarterly planner, just literally old school, like, the notebook you would have in high school, spiral bound notebook. But, and then it also allows you to be intentional around your daily activities. So it actually helps you track the activities, track the results that you're really after, do conversion rates if you want to get super nerdy. But the bottom line is, even the people who use it just as a to-do list say they're more productive. And we all have one of these things we carry in our hands called a phone, a little mini computer that does a lot of this for us. We have CRMs that do it. But there's just something around it. You talk about all the time, Kimberly, the neuroscience of it, of actually writing things down and being intentional. And so that's really always the feedback I've gotten from people who've used it. So if you are interested, just email me. I'll send you a copy and wish you more success by using it.
Awesome. If you want to an opinion poll, you can also connect with Ty and he'll give you the non-commercial version of what Todd told you. Because Ty has been using it forever. He is a super user. So that's awesome. Thanks, Todd.
My pleasure.
Andrea, do you have anything you want to share before you take over and rule the world today?
I'm just super excited to, partner with Sabrina on this and continue our Tom Ferry What to Do Right Now series. And Bernie's on here as well. So I'm really excited. Yeah.
Cool. Miss Espinosa, do you have something you want to share?
I'm just excited. I'm glad that we get a chance to share with you guys, and one of the things that when Sabrina and Andrea and I collaborated on what to share today, we really thought a lot about how much comes at us, in terms of then, like, let's put it even further down a filter. If you're a real estate agent, there's just so many weapons of mass distraction. And even if you have one go-to source that you really rely on for great content ideas or marketing strategies, it's still a lot. And so that kind of brought us to this point about, you know, we are in a private partnership with Tom Ferry. And even when you go to one of his events, if you're in with Tom Ferry, there's just so many nuggets of information that come at us. And so we really decided, like, how do we hone in on a few, you know, ideas that you can really sink your teeth into and execute on, as opposed to feeling like, you know, the mad scientist doing all the notes and figuring out, leaving sometimes more overwhelmed and inspired than disciplined and motivated. And so hopefully today, you know, Andrea and Sabrina will deliver some nuggets that will make you feel, you know, disciplined and motivated. So not that you're not, but we really took some time to put together a few game plans through the Tom Ferry filter, and we call them our hot takes.
Love it. Well, you know what? Let's just jump to it because I feel like there's going to be some really good information. If you guys do not have a pen and paper out, I would suggest it. The recording of this always happens, and it's put in the Lines and Legends Facebook page. So if you're not a member of that, it is a private group. It's only a private group just to keep out all the spammers and people trying to sell you crypto. And so when you ask to join, all I do is go and check your Facebook page and see that for sure you are in real estate, and then I will let you in. And so all the recordings, if you want to learn things from the past, all the back recordings are there. And typically, if anybody has a handout or anything, if they've given it to us, it's there also. Okay, so my friends, I want you to welcome our team to. I mean, I'm actually really excited about this, so I'm just going to stop and let you guys take over. Go for it, Andrea.
All right, good morning, everybody. I am Sabrina, our marketing strategist here at Lawyers Title. Me and Andrea are going to walk you through our WTDRN. Who knows what it stands for? So what to do right now. Okay, so these are our Tom Ferry hot takes, and you'll notice Tom's friend Jimmy here. Jimmy Mackin is the founder of a company called Listing Leads that Tom Ferry partners a lot with, and they do an amazing job coming up with campaigns to bring to you guys. So we've funneled our top 5 things that we would do right now if we were real estate agents. Oh, there it goes. It was going too slow for me. I got impatient. So, like I said, we're going to go over 5 things that we'd rip off and repeat from Tom Ferry's playbook if we were agents. So the 2 things that I will touch on are SEO blogging, plus an easy way to do it. Reaching out to your database made easy using 4 topics that don't include I'm checking in. And then Andrea, do you want to talk about those 3 really quick?
Yeah, so I'm going to go over the perfect text messages with intention right now, the art of writing letters that generate good relationships, and email essentials.
I'm going to add into what our team has gone through to kind of come up with these 5 things is actually really cool, because it seems like a lot, but at the end of the day, to really get in tune with 5 takeaways is really a lot. I mean, a lot of collaborating goes into kind of creating these 5 points. And then we also, our team has a monthly private coaching with Tom Ferry. And so he takes us through resources that are either about to be, you know, released or get included in some of the other collaborations, like through Breakthrough Broker and things like that. So I just wanted to give Andrea and Sabrina a little shout out for being able to fine tune this into those 5 points.
Well, thank you. All right, we'll get into it, guys. So I want to talk about SEO blogging. So just to make sure that everyone's on the same page, SEO, of course, search engine optimization, meaning how you show up in search indexes. And that matters now, not only for Google searches, but for AI searches too. But in my example, we're going to talk about kind of a few different things that you can do to help your rankings. And we'll tell you a little bit about a service that actually can make SEO blogging a little bit easier for you.
Everything played up.
I think somebody's not muted.
I will help.
So on the note of SEO blogging, if you want to be the first thing that comes up when somebody Googles a question, that's where the SEO blogging comes in. So if you don't already on your website have a blog section, you absolutely should create one. And what that does is basically those keywords that you have in those blogs are going to help when people are searching things like buying a home in Arizona or selling my home in Arizona, right? So when you have blogs about these little topics, you'll index on those results. So there's a website, and I have a screen share of kind of how it works, called Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a resource that we found out about from Tom Ferry. And essentially what it is it gives you the ability to see what people are actually searching up per search engine. So you can see what people are Googling, you can see what people are looking up on Instagram, on TikTok, etc. But you kind of start with a subtopic, kind of like a prompt. So you say buying a home in Sun City, and then you see what people are searching in relation to buying a home in Sun City. So like the subcategories. So I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. But I also wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to a service that we recently learned about, which is called Town Sites. I don't know if anybody's heard about it already, but if you want to become the mayor of your area and you want to dominate a certain neighborhood or a certain, Town Sites is where it's at, and it's basically an AI SEO blog that does most of the work for you. Plus, you're able to bring in other partners in your community to actually help offset the costs of this SEO blog. So I'm actually gonna exit the presentation for a second just to show you guys what one of these websites looks like. And then if you kind of want to learn more, we can always set you up a demo with the founder, or we can even invite him to Lines and Legends one day. But I'm going to pull up one of these ones here.
How many of you guys have a website that is more than a digital placeholder? How many of you actually have a site that you invest in or give attention to? Anybody want to volunteer?
I do.
That's
Go
good.
to discoverqueencreek.com.
Love it. Digital mayor of Queen Creek, sounds like.
Yes. I love it.
Through Town Sites.
Oh, is it? That's
Yep.
awesome. You could tell us a little bit about your experience then too. But this is an example of what a town site looks like. So this one here, it starts with the realtors who are most likely running the site, right? Then you have all these people who are sponsoring with them. And that just helps not only them offset the cost, but it helps your community know who you're recommending for professionals for anything, for example, property management, window cleaning, etc. But it looks like a regular community website / blog. It doesn't look like a real estate forward site, right? But the nice thing is, as you're going through it, here's some like different of the blog posts that they're making. And then you'll see it gets into listings. And then I believe that every time you click on something, I'm just going to fact check this really quick. When we're clicking on these blogs, I believe as we're going through them too, you'll end up seeing some more. You're able to reach out anytime, some more of those blogs. So these, I would say you would probably have to put about half an hour to an hour a week into them to get those good AI generated blogs, plus updating them with things that are going on, around you. But they are amazing, and it kind of simplifies things as far as getting into the SEO blogging and being able to utilize AI all in one place. So I know somebody mentioned that they use it right now. Do you want to share a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, we love it. If you want to pull up Discover Queen Creek.
Yeah. Is that what it is? discoverqueencreek.com?
Yep.
I think one of the cool things about this platform, because every single one of us is seeing quote unquote the website platforms, the intelligence behind these town sites combined with the simplicity is really, I think, a lot of you have been in this business for a long time. I've been in this business for a long time. I haven't seen anything like this so far. And the AI feature for the article writing I've never seen anything like it for the ease and simplicity and how quickly you can do it. And Sabrina mentioned it earlier. If you make a 30 to 60-minute commitment, you will have such a rich website.
This looks amazing. So you have like local events that are specific to Queen Creek. I mean, this is you could tell this is the Queen Creek website right
Do
here.
they put the,
And
does it automatically generate the events? Like, do you have to put the events in that are in Queen Creek?
It's automatic. They do it in the background, so they give me gosh, it's like 3 or 4 posts a week, and then I can post as many articles as I want, and then my partners also post on there. So
What have you seen in terms of business coming back to this? I mean, I know it's definitely helpful in terms of you becoming more of the source of Queen Creek, which is amazing, but what
it's
is
a
the ROI on it?
yeah, it's a slow roll.
Just
Usually 4 to 6 months is what they say when it starts really kicking in. So we're probably we're good 2.5 months in, really.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we're running ads in the background to drive people to the site. You know, I had like 38,000 hits on our Facebook page that I created to integrate with this. So definitely in the build process, we're, you know, crossing our fingers and, you know, rolling with the punches.
No,
It's,
that's, I
it's
think it's
also
great.
new, it's also newly released here, so some of the other sites have been in other areas, and I know that one of the metrics, and I might get the numbers off a little bit, but I think in 9 months had 2 closed deals, which I thought was pretty phenomenal. That was a site in California. So so I think you're spot on, Ken. It's a little time commitment, and I think a lot of people see the investment as monetizing your website, and a lot of people have a digital placeholder online that doesn't necessarily monetize for them. So this monetizes from the perspective of attracting potential clients, and also the collaboration with other business partners to contribute to the expense. So it's awesome. I'm so glad. I mean, honestly, Ken, this is so cool that you're here. 'Cause
Yeah, seriously.
yeah.
Yeah, good timing.
Well, and how much time are you spending on this tool a week
No,
to get it?
I personally, I'm spending a lot, but we're doing a lot in the background with it. So, I mean, a lot of it's, there's a couple different directions you can go with it. Like you can just take it as just a real estate, facing and just let them do articles, and maybe you do a couple articles a week. We're in the build phase with our partners, so that there's a lot of, time into that right now. Yeah.
It's good.
Then, you know, doing the Facebook ads and a lot of those things, you know,
You're doing some layering with it.
yes.
Nice.
I love it. And I think that those reinvestments too through Facebook ads and driving that traffic, I think it's going to be really fruitful for you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
We're just going to go back to our slides here.
If you guys want to have a deeper dive on this, let us know. We'll bring in our resources.
Nice. Thank you.
All right. So like I said, though, SEO blogging, that's town sites is your way to kind of automate, make it easy, become more of that community mayor type of deal. And then traditional SEO blogging, you'll still be able to use AI to do these things. You're kind of just going to have to start somewhere, which is that answer the public that I was talking about. So I'm going to show you guys what answer the public looks like and how that's going to help you get ideas for what your SEO blogs should be about. So here we go. I'm gonna play on that. There it goes. So see what people are searching everywhere. You get 3 daily searches for free. They do have paid accounts too. But you can see here in the screen share, I typed in the search buying a home in Arizona, and it's thinking. And then as I go down into here, it'll kind of give a, I don't know how to explain it. It's almost like a chart or a spider graph. So it starts on the left. The category is buying a home in Arizona. And then the sub questions that people are looking up, is it worth buying a house in Arizona? And then these are the questions here that people are really asking. Is Arizona a good place to buy a house? Is moving to AZ affordable? What is the minimum down payment on a house in Arizona? So these are the topics right here of your blogs. So you don't have to go and wonder like, oh, what are people looking up so that I know that I'm putting the right things into my blog, you can get it from here and for free. So I thought that was really cool. And this is something that Tom Ferry shared with us at the last conference we had with him. And I think it's amazing because you could take these questions now. You go to your favorite tool of AI and you say, write a 5-paragraph SEO optimized blog about why is Arizona a good place to buy, or whichever sub question you choose. You take one of these, I would say like once or twice a week, and you can change them based on which city you're in, which area you're specializing in, and really cater those searches to get that traffic back to you. So super easy way to do it. And like I said, you sign up for free, get 3 free daily searches. Any questions on that?
I feel like I love that because I think when we're out in the field meeting with you guys, we get a lot of questions regarding content and not just subject matter, but what does matter to the people that you're looking to serve. And so I think knowing about how that platform works and then actually leveraging it is could be a game changer for folks in terms of how they're, putting content into their websites and creating content for social as well, or direct
Absolutely.
marketing, mailers, all the things.
Yeah, you kind of know what the public is wondering before, you get the question, answer the question before it's asked, right? 100%. So long story short, SEO blogs are going to help your rankings. If you're answering the questions that the public wants answers to, you'll drive that traffic, like we said. And is anybody not doing this already that's kind of interested in doing it? Because we're here to help too. We want you to use us as a tool. So if you guys have any questions about this, reach out to me and Andrea, and we'll set up an appointment and we can help equip you with the right tools to get your SEO blog started if you haven't already. On that note, we're going to go over 4 topics that you can use to reach out to your database besides checking in, right? And I'm guilty of this myself when I'm talking to real estate agents that I haven't spoken with in a while. Hey, I'm just checking in. Hey, right? We want to kind of X that. We want to have intentional reach outs. And I think with everything that we do, this applies, we have a lot of things going on in Arizona. We're kind of lucky in that sense that we kind of always have something to talk about. So I've kind of broken this out into 4 categories here. So the news, the market, the business, and yourself, of course. I think we always forget to kind of take a moment to share our wins with our spheres. If you've had, a nice closing or a deal that you helped a buyer save $15,000 on, or you did a great negotiation for your seller, these are things that should be celebrated. And I encourage you to talk about them, because when you talk about the wins that you've helped people with, your audience knows like, okay, they could help me win like that too. They might save me $20,000. They might get me to not have to replace my roof, whatever that looks like, right? You want to tell people what you're doing because they want to celebrate you too. Not only that, but they want to know what you're kind of capable of. So I love that.
Sharing the story.
What's that?
Sharing the story of your client.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that goes for social media too, guys, by the way. Like I see a lot of just sold, just listed. I mean, tell the story behind it. If you've just closed a home, why not share? There's always a story behind a buyer or a seller, right? We've helped them upsize. They are adding to their family, or, whatever it is that, that scenario, every single person that you meet with has a story. And if they're okay with it, I would say share it. Everyone wants something to relate to at the end of the day. So, news, we have a lot of things happening. We have the chip plants. We have the Terravalis over in the west side. We have things blowing up in the East Valley as far as like corporate relocations. There's a lot to talk about, and I think you can find this stuff pretty easily. Like Phoenix Business Journal is a good place, or even like Googling news that's happening in these kind of newer towns in the valley, newer cities in the valley. You'll find a lot. And of course, talking about the market. And when talking about the market, people don't actually, on a high level, don't care about the market. They care about what it means for them. So with that, I say things like inventory has reached an all-time high in Phoenix. What does that mean for you and your home equity, right? That's what you want to say to your client, because they're more curious where they stand than where the market stands at the end of the day. And then of course, your business, talk about your business. If you have buyer needs, that's an amazing thing to put out there because you never know what kind of conversation you're going to start. And then of course, like I said, the success stories. So don't forget to brag about the success stories and share kind of what you're doing out there in the field these days. A lot of people think being a realtor is easy. It's not easy. So we got to talk about all the hard work that you guys put in. So this is kind of a quick overview of these 4 topics, and Andrea's going to talk a little bit deeper in these reach outs and kind of what they should look like and share some inspiration with you guys too. So I'm going to send that off to her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So first on the list is the perfect text. I'm excited to share with you guys some high impactful strategies inspired by Tom and Jimmy. I think what stuck out with me the most in our recent, in-person event that we got to go to was when Tom said, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And when timing, tone, and personalization are the secret weapons in any message. So I thought that was kind of neat. So the perfect text, this one's a good example. It says, I know this probably is the wrong time, but I've been talking to a lot of buyers who are very serious about buying in the next 90 days. Would you be open to the idea of selling if you got a great offer? So we're being direct, we're asking a question, and we are being relevant, and I love those. So on the next slide, we are talking about the objectives and how to destroy the objectives, right? Because I know everybody's getting them these days. And so a couple of them that we're seeing a lot, I don't want to give up my low interest rate. I want to wait and see what happens with the market. So I just kind of wanted to open it up to you guys and hear what objectives you guys are hearing and seeing right now with your customers. Anybody?
I have a seller who is adamant that his property value is probably back into like, I don't know, 2003 values. Can't come off it. He's had more than a full price offer, and we listed him higher than what we felt at the time was market value, and he still turns it down. So I think it's not even just buyers who are feisty. I think there's some really good seller feistiness happening out there also.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you guys sending out text messages and getting any responses from potential sellers? Talking about quick check-ins or market updates or anything like that? Is anything like that working for you guys currently?
Hello? Are we there?
I think, Andrea, a lot of these are everyday objections for today's realtor. So, I mean, any version of this, concerned about a slow sale, worried I won't find a new home to buy. I think that Kimberly's example is probably happening like once an hour for people.
Yep.
In terms of sellers. It's a very, I think, Rubik's Cube kind of market. And, once you figure out one side, there's still 5 other ones. Are there 6 sides to a Rubik's Cube? I'm not sure. There's still like 5 other sides to figure out. So honestly, Andrea, I think any one of these objections you go through will be, great.
Yes. So the next one, you need to answer, why am I reaching out right now? So this is really good for, this is what happened. This home just sold in your neighborhood. A neighbor just listed their home in your area, as well as price adjustments just triggered new interest. The next one that he'd gone over is, this is about to happen. So kind of like what Sabrina was talking about and what's going on in the Phoenix market as far as employment and all the new opportunities there. Another one would be the property like yours is about to close. So that's a great way to reach out as well. This happened and it's about to expire. So the market data shows a shift is coming. Act before the price is correct. And many homes are being relisted. So those would be good reasons to reach out to everybody.
Hey, Andrea, will you go back 2 slides, the one that had the one before that?
The text.
Yeah, like I love this, destroy the objection, psychological trigger, the smart offer, and these tips on this text here, how you kind of highlighted the different areas on like being direct, asking the question, and then the relevancy, I think coincides with what you just went over.
Yeah. And you know, like Tom said, why it's brief, it's relevant, it opens up a loop, and now they're, you know, they're curious when they kind of get these quick messages like this on their phone, right?
Yeah. I love
Well, and also I wanted to say something about this one too, and I'm glad you went back because if you read the purple bottom element of this, would you be open to the idea of selling if you got a great offer? Okay, this is not a hardcore sales pressure text. This is a, hey, I know this information. Maybe you should know this information too. Are you interested in having a conversation? Because all we're trying to do with any of these, any kind of communication with any prospect, is to just have a conversation, right? Conversion happens in the conversations. And so when you look at this, this is so well written to really purpose the appointment, right? Because that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to get an opportunity to speak with somebody. So this is not confrontational. It's not high pressure. It's a, hey, I know this is probably the wrong time. I'm just being cavalier and easy, but I've been talking to a lot of buyers who are very serious about buying. Okay, this is what I've been doing lately, right? And then, hey, would you be open to basically a conversation, open to the idea of selling if you got a great offer? Right? That just gets you have the conversation. This isn't a hard close sale text. So for those of you that have like selling or sales resistance to do, oh, I don't want to be too salesy. This is not too salesy. This is super conversational, super casual, but very, very intentional. And so I just kind of wanted to give that relief button for you guys who are like, oh, I don't know what to say. I never reach out to them except to beg for business. Well, this doesn't sound like begging to business. This sounds like I could serve you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if you put that in your head, that framework works a lot better for those of you that are like, oh, I don't want to be so transparent that they know I want to do business with them. Your real estate sales, you should be very transparent about wanting to do business with people. And this is just a very easy way to walk through it.
I also think this is so great in terms of it's a low key flex, right? So this
Yep.
could be going to somebody that you do have done business with forever, or somebody you just met at the grocery store. It can really kind of be the door opener, the widget that goes into the door that creates the next conversation. And so for every outbound effort, there should be a singular goal. And like to Kimberly's point, let's get an appointment. Let's get somebody to say yes to a deeper conversation. Let's get somebody curious enough to respond back to me that leads down a different rabbit hole that I can actually get involved with them on. So, and you know, a lot of times when we talk to folks, they'll say, "Oh, I haven't talked to them forever." We'll destroy that on the front end instead of, "I know this is probably the wrong time." How about, "Hey, I know I haven't spoken to you since we closed on your house last year, or since you closed on your house 10 years ago, or whatever. I haven't talked to you in a very long time." You could just put that right out there. And then the super simplistic the psychological trigger of just what you've been up to and why, and then the offer, right? And there's no long stories, it's not extra wordy, it's just super simple and direct and still friendly. It still has a casual vibe to it. And so I'm glad I asked, you know, to come back to this a little bit because, you know, this is the heart right here, right? Like when all the other objections come up, I love objections because it gives me a direct road to go down, where this is the harder part, the front end of this friendly text to get somebody to engage with you, right? So I think this is a great model.
So for the sales letter formula, a couple of things that he had gone over is understanding your audience, understanding their situation and their goals, and smart offers. So, you know, let's dive a little deeper about letters. They're still incredibly powerful, especially for expireds, absentee owners, and homeowners that you can't reach out to digitally, right? So Tom's winning formula is a friendly tone, local expertise, proven results, and then like a call to action. So For this one, I really loved the, I know, you're probably not thinking about selling, but right now, if would you be open to the idea of it? So to me, this is like a very clear call to action. I just spoke to my clients, Adam and Brooke, and they're hoping to find a home in your neighborhood. So again, to me, if I got that letter, I'd be like, yeah, I'm interested. Let's hear more.
Well, and I love this letter too. I know that we all hear the magic letter thing often, but the letters that we get to see are truly letters that have been executed. And I love this because it starts with talking to Adam and Brooke. So this doesn't feel like somebody just took a template letter they have in their Word file and just, printed it off and sent it out again. It sounds like this is very recent. It goes back to the other three pieces that Andrea had talked about, is what's happening, what did just happen, or what's about to happen. So this just happened. I just talked to my clients. And you guys, letters are important. I know that we've moved into such a digital AI age. I mean, pretty soon we're all just going to be holograms on here, but letters still matter. There's a large group of people that will really only read their mail still. There's a huge population of homeowners that are of a demographic that letters matter. And that's how you're going to be able to connect with them, is through written letter. And to get to see these very simple formula letters that can now think about this. You could put this on a postcard. You could put this in a greeting card. You could put this in a Word document. You can handwrite it. There are different ways in which you can execute the magic buyer letter. And the formula here is what just happened, real people that they spoke to, why they're reaching out, what they're looking for. And then I love what Andrea highlighted here. I know you're probably not even thinking about selling, right? It's just, again, very intentional, simple, and straightforward. And all we're looking for is someone to call us back, somebody to reach out. The only thing I would probably add to this is it says call or text me anytime, but you could probably add some of the other ways in which, people can reach out to you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And if I was in your guys' shoes too, I would be adding my business card in here, my most recent sales flyer, and my personal signature too.
That's a good one. Handwriting the signature.
Yeah.
Handwriting the envelope is also way more powerful than labeling or pre-printing.
Oh,
It takes more time, but someone's going to, even if they don't open it, they're at least going to look at it. You're closer, right? To like, oh, somebody hand wrote this to me. Most everybody's going to open that.
Yeah.
Because we didn't get that. We're not getting any from anybody, right? So if somebody took the time to handwrite an envelope, it's like, oh, is this somebody I know? Is it like, it's more curious. And so you're going to propel them to more likely open it. And they may not do anything with it, but you don't know. And the idea is we want them to open it. So use every trick in the book.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
Probably reach out to them more than once. Miracles don't happen in one effort. I mean, well, I guess they kind of do, they can, but typically a strategy surrounding the letter and some of the other elements that you can do to get in front of somebody.
So up next, we have emailing potential sellers. Tom and Jimmy recommend this type of structure for this. Is a strong subject line, personal opening in a friendly tone, value statements, and of course our soft call to action on here. A good example would be home values in Sun City West are rising. Want a quick update on yours? And I love that because, again, I'm intrigued. I'm interested. I want to know more. If you're curious, I'd love to send you a quick, no pressure, up to date on what could be, you could sell your home for today. This one I liked as well. How much equity have you gained in the last 12 months? I'm currently, preparing some reports for my clients. Can I create one for you as well? So it was a nice, smart offer on there. Also with their emails, they're suggesting to use, their name, make it personal, kind of what we were talking about on the letter as well, and specific locations, be helpful and not pushy, and avoid long paragraphs and keep it simple. So I kind of thought those were good bullet points to add as well.
I mean, I want to.
Hey, Andrea, can I jump in here for just a second? Because one of the other things, the actual content in these emails that they are sharing with you today, you guys, is stuff that Jimmy Mackin has beta tested over and over and over and over and over again. I can't remember the stat that he used, like how many tests that they've gone through to get the word and the wording perfected. So you literally can just use these. Click
Yeah.
your screen, that's it. Or go on Tom Ferry's World. You can get it. Ask these guys for the slide presentation. They'll email it to you. But the idea is you don't have to recreate this. These are done. They're tested. They've worked out the bugs, and so they know that these have the highest return for engagement. All of these slides that she's showing you come straight from there.
I wanted to add too that the lines for every one of these messages is so intentional. Each one of them, right? Like how much accurate everybody wants to know their home worth, but like each one of these little fragments is so intentional. One of my favorite pieces to this email is my clients love these reports because they are more detailed and accurate than online tools. That is a direct hit to combating consumers who believe they get better quotes from Zillow and, you know, all these other online platforms, as opposed to getting one directly from you. You've just immediately let them know that you're going to provide them something that's much more detailed and accurate than what they can get on their own. And that's these emails are so deliberate in each one of those lines. And I agree, like I would just be copy pasting these and starting to them.
Listen, he spent the money and the time and the effort to test all of these things to get you the best possible product to use without working hard. Like this is pretty easy, pretty cut and dry. So, you know, don't think that you know better because where you live is different and the people, no, they aren't. Humanity is humanity. I have a friend who lives in Northern California, and every sales tool she feels like she needs to completely tweak because the people that live in her little town are so different. And every time she tweaks them, she doesn't have any success, like literally none. She's pandering to them because she's not talking to them with tried and true information. So when she finally broke down and used some of these things verbatim, surprise, she got responses because her people are no different than the rest of the population, right? So if you think you live in some really specific and, you know, there's all this criteria around this is the type of people these people are, be careful because you're allowing yourself to block something that's actually useful.
Yes. So for what I'm quickly doing right now with some of the agents that we're working with is challenging them on some of these things. And first is to pick 10 homeowners in your farm or in the past expireds list. If you guys don't currently have any expireds lists, I'd be happy to partner with you and help you guys get some. They are sending out customized text messages. Then we are following up with an email or letter within 48 hours. And then what they are doing as well is they're tracking their responses to set up any follow-up reminders and to reach back out to them. So just kind of a nice little action plan that they've been doing on these as well. So yeah. Sabrina, I'll pass it back to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, that's kind of what we got for you guys. I hope you either took some screenshots or will reach out to Andrea for those amazing email and text snippets. And the nice thing, emailing and texting those things is free to you. So we'd love for you to try it and kind of let us know what success that you have. We know that you will have success. So if you would like to kind of dive a little bit deeper into everything we talked about today, from SEO blog to Tom Ferry items, just send us an email. We'd love to connect with you, either Zoom or we can get together at one of our many offices throughout the Valley, and would love to get to know a little bit more about you and your business and show you what we can do to help you guys as well.
Nice. Well, thank you all so much for this. I think it was really good information. I mean, I personally took 2 pages of notes on this because I think there's some really good things. And I went to the Tom Ferry and I probably have the same notes in some level. Then it's getting some of this hammered into our head. Not everything has to be hard. I had a conversation with an agent yesterday who was talking about another agent that used to sell insurance and really got involved in real estate and has gotten his license and he's moved here. And he was having a conversation with the agent I was talking to. And what he was saying was, this business is so hard. You have to be good at everything, all of it. You have to be good at everything. And it is true, right? Like you are literally everything. I say this all the time. You're everything from the janitor to the CEO in your company for real estate. But here, when you have tools like this where someone else has done the work for you, it's really awesome to be able to just go, oh, I can take that. Let me just retype that really fast or copy and paste it, change where it's relevant to my client base, right? Like you didn't talk to, I don't know, Amber and Scott or whatever. Like you talked to Fred and Betty, right? Like whoever it is you're talking to, you can personalize these things. And by the way, personalizing stuff is really important to building your authenticity. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm copying this and it feels like it's canned and it's a very generic. But when you personalize that, it removes that whole vibe out of there. Right. So I just want to really encourage you guys to use the tools that we know work and are effective. I also know that there are a lot of you who are not interested in getting listings because we're not getting them sold. So I want to talk to that for just a second. Your listings will sell. I don't know, ladies from lawyers, do you have stats on what in the last 30 days, how many listings have come on the market and how many sold? Do you know what our absorption rate? I have personally, I haven't, in confession, I have not done the numbers for a while on that. You guys, anybody know that right off the top of your head? Maybe from Tina?
We had, I think, I don't have the numbers, but I remember the percentage increase, which was in terms of closings. I'd have to look at the actual listings for the last 30 days, but we had was it like a 3% increase year over year in terms of closings, but that doesn't really help what you're asking. So
yeah, well, I mean, we know that people are sitting on the market longer. We know that things are not selling in, 15 minutes before you actually put them on the MLS, right? Like, so we understand that there are some things that are shifting in our markets. So when I look at this, I know there's some people who are like, I don't actually want a listing, but let me help you kind of get over that because just because all of the listings aren't selling quickly does not mean that they won't eventually sell. And it's something that I learned when I very first got licensed. My broker kept saying, he or she who owns the listings, is guaranteed a paycheck. And a guarantee is not true, right? Because we've all had listings that have canceled or expired. But if we're working on them and getting them priced right, and we're doing what we can do, these marketing techniques will help get those other listings sold, right? So I just want to encourage you that if that's where you're at, and you're feeling like, oh, I don't really want to work hard toward listings because they cost me money, they cost me time, and they're not selling. Maybe we need to spend some time on how to work with sellers, right? Because I think we need maybe to work on some skills. This is a skills-based market, not a friendship-based market, and not just a showing up market anymore. You have to have relationships with people and you have to have some skills to help guide and lead people. So these are really good tools for you to use. So I would really encourage you, the askthepublic.com, just play on that for a while. Because first of all, if you are ever missing, like I need to do a reach out to my whole database, just go in there and figure just one little tool, right? Like throw in a question about the housing market in Arizona. You're going to get 4 or 5 at least topics that you can play with, right? And if you want to do something even crazier, talk about, what's the real estate market in San Diego? For those of you that are in the Phoenix area, right? Some people are still looking at buying beach houses or whatever. Throw it out there. You have no idea. It's something to talk about, right? So and it's not a hardcore sales pitch that everybody seems to be scared of doing, right? So like, let's just find content that we can talk about. And every once in a while, talk about your dog, but not all the time, right? So anyway, it's my 2 cents on this. I appreciate you guys all today. Thank you so much. We'll see your lovely faces next Monday. Same bat time, same bat place, 10 o'clock. Happy to see you. Thanks for coming today.
See y'all.
thanks for having us.
Bye, guys.